I suffered for my art, and I would gladly do it again. Hollywood is a place where dreams come true, but also where a star can be destroyed in the blink of an eye, and Katherine Zeta-Jones is the clearest proof of that. She was a talented actress, a queen of the red carpet, and a career and marriage to Michael Douglas, but behind the dazzling lights was a life filled with turmoil and pain. Bipolar disorder, multiple hospitalizations. Katherine Zeta-Jones was born on September 25, 1969 in Swansea, Wales, into a working family. Her father was a baker and her mother was a seamstress. From a young age, she had to fight to survive a dangerous virus that caused severe respiratory issues, forcing her to have a tracheotomy. The scar on her neck is a reminder of that life or math battle. Important invest in their daughter's passion for the arts. From that moment, Katherine began an extraordinary artistic journey at 4. By 11, she was singing and dancing with her church's performance group, starred in Annie, shown on the West End stage in Bugsy Malone, and took a major turn at 14 when she auditioned for a nationwide touring musical directed by Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees. Her destiny. Katherine's first major role was Scheherazade in 101 Nights, 1990, a film based on the legendary One Nights. The film sold only $254,000, 739 tickets, and ranked 78th in box office earnings that year. Critics were equally unimpressed, and her film career nearly came to a halt after the film failed to sell in France. 1993, a hugely popular TV series, made Katherine one of the most famous TV actresses in the UK and a national treasure for her classic elegance. But she refused to settle. She wanted to conquer Hollywood, where dreams come true. Katherine moved to the U.S., but her dream quickly turned into a nightmare no one in the industry could carve. In 1993, Katherine appeared in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, a TV series backed by Steven Spielberg, who was captivated by her timeless beauty and rare screen presence. There are two theories about how Spielberg discovered her. Some sources say he was drawn to Kat. Jones's career began in 1998 when she played Elena Montero in The Mask of Zorro alongside Antonio Banderas and Anthony Hopkins. Katherine shone brilliantly. Her classic beauty, regal aura, and undeniable on-screen charm made audiences look away. But her fierce determination and depth of performance brought Elena to life as a strong, alluring, and fiercely independent character, from her gaze to her gestures. Scorpio and even Shakira to play Elena Montero flawlessly. Katherine spent months mastering horseback riding, sword fighting, dancing, and Spanish to ensure the most authentic performance. She performed all her sword fighting scenes with Antonio Banderas without a stunt double, solidifying Elena as a powerful and captivating on-screen presence. The film became an instant blockbuster, grossing over $250 million. Following this breakthrough, Katherine Zeta-Jones continued to prove that she was more than just a stunning beauty with undeniable talent in Entrapment, 1999, where she starred alongside the legendary. The film grossed $212 million worldwide and cemented Katherine's status as one of Hollywood's newest and most captivating sex symbols. Katherine ventured into drama and made a breakthrough with Traffic, 200,000, where she played the wife of a drug lord with complex psychological depth. She won a Screen Actors Guild SAG Award and a Golden Globe nomination. Office hit, grossing $36 million, but also won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Katherine played Velma Kelly, a sharp, mesmerizing character who excelled in acting, singing, and dancing, embodying all the grace and explosive energy of a true Hollywood star. Her most memorable moment was accepting her Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Katherine joked that she had set a record at the Oscars by being the recipient with the most baggage to carry on stage. She was even honored to perform All That Jazz with Queen Latifah, but when she stepped onto the hydraulic lift, she realized she was in a high-risk situation. The pressure didn't just come from performing live in France. Most extraordinary circumstances, Katherine Zeta-Jones's allure wasn't just her talent, it was also shaped by a personal life full of twists and turns before meeting Michael Douglas. Her first high-profile relationship was with John Leslie, a well-known UK television presenter. Their relationship was passionate at first, but Leslie's jealousy made Katherine feel suffocated by his outbursts. Faith decides in 1998, amidst the glitz and glamour of the Deauville Film Festival in France, a chance encounter changed Katherine Zeta-Jones's life forever. Michael Douglas, Hollywood's legendary leading man. "I heard a lot about you, but I think it's time I say goodnight," she replied, leaving Michael bewildered. But Michael Douglas wasn't one to give up easily. Knowing that Katherine was about to fly to Scotland to film Entrapment, he sent her a bouquet of roses and a heart, their deepest thoughts. Katherine didn't expect to fall for Michael, but as time passed, she found herself drawn to him, and one day they both realized that love had quietly taken hold. On New Year's Eve 1999, while vacationing in Aspen, Colorado with the terrible flu, Michael decided to make the moment unforgettable under the warm glow of candlelight by pulling out a vintage 10-carat diamond ring. "We wanted to keep it private for a while, but Katherine is pregnant, and we are thrilled." On August 8, 2000, the couple welcomed Dylan Douglas. 3 months later, Katherine and Michael married at the Plaza Hotel in New York for $1.5 million ceremonies. The bride donned a magnificent Christian aqua gown and a Celtic-patterned wedding ring from Wales to honor her roots. Hollywood elite like Tom Hanks and Brad Pitt attended the star-studded ceremony. Pitt, Sharon Stone, Steven Spielberg, Jennifer Aniston, and many others. Michael's son from a previous marriage, Cameron Douglas, served as the best man, while Dylan, a 3-month-old, was held in his father's arms on this momentous day. Despite selling exclusive photo rights to O Magazine for $1 million, Hello Magazine secretly snapped and published 6 unauthorized photos from the wedding. Despite the frustration, the lawsuit only fueled public interest in the wedding. After the grand celebration, Katherine and Michael quickly settled into a happy married life. 3 years after their wedding, Katherine gave birth to their daughter, Katherine Zeta-Douglas, in 2003. Wanting to escape Hollywood's chaos, Katherine Zeta-Jones's life seemed perfect: a successful career, a loving husband, and 2 beautiful children. But behind the glamorous facade, she was fighting an invisible battle. After giving birth to Karis in 2003, Katherine began showing signs of bipolar disorder, a mental illness that causes extreme mood swings between manic highs and deep depression, physically leading to multiple hospitalizations. Still, Katherine kept everything private, determined not to let the world see the darkness she was battling. But the more she tried to conceal it, the worse it got. In 2009, Michael Douglas's son from his previous marriage, Cameron Douglas, was arrested for drug possession and trafficking, scaring Hollywood and the Douglas family. His life, building a legendary career, watching his son stand before a judge, was a devastating blow. He felt a deep sense of guilt, believing that his relentless pursuit of success had caused Cameron to spiral down a destructive path. In an emotional interview, Michael admitted, "I failed Cameron. He could have died out there or been killed by someone. But now, in prison, at least he has a chance to turn his life around." 2011, she checked herself into a hospital for bipolar disorder treatment for the first time. She publicly acknowledged her mental health struggles in hopes of breaking the stigma around mental illness. I'm not someone who likes to put my personal life on display, but since my condition became public, I hope I can help others understand that they're not alone. Mental health is not something to be ashamed of, but just entire career on hold, stepping away from film sets, canceling all projects, and dedicating herself entirely to caring for her husband. Those months felt like an unending nightmare as she watched the strong, charismatic man she loved slowly wither under the brutal toll of chemotherapy and radiation treatments. Anyone who saw Michael Douglas at that time was in disbelief. His weight had dropped, his voice had deteriorated, and his once vibrant presence had faded. Possibility of losing Michael, the man who had built a life with her and been by her side through their happiest moments. That fear triggered the resurgence of her depression for a year. Katherine lived under unbearable pressure. She pushed herself to the limit, striving to fulfill her roles as a wife and mother, but inside she was deteriorating. Then, in 201, when Michael defeated cancer, many assumed that the Douglas family had finally found peace. Years of holding everything together had finally drained every last ounce of her strength, but even as she sought help for her psychological struggles, she was thrust into another crisis, this time one caused by her husband's shocking statement. When Michael Douglas publicly spoke about his battle with cancer, he stunned the world by declaring that his throat cancer had been caused by HPV, an oral sex virus. Controversy she had never wanted to be part of for a long time. She withdrew from the public eye and refused to make any statements, but everyone could see that cracks had begun to form in their marriage. After everything they had endured, it seemed nothing could break them. But in 2013, Hollywood was rocked by the news that Michael Douglas and Katherine Zeta-Jones had separated after 13 years of marriage. Evidence ever surfaced, others suggested Katherine had spiraled into alcoholism and severe depression after years of emotional strain. Even Michael subtly hinted at Katherine's drinking habits. Fueling speculation, rumors swirled that Katherine was struggling to control her emotions and experiencing intense outbursts that made their relationship increasingly difficult and tense. Katherine withdrew from the public eye, shielding her children from media, as after 8 months of separation, they reunited without divorce papers, bitter press fights, or dramatic legal battles over assets. They wanted the world to know that their love was stronger than ever. Michael Douglas later stated, "We came back stronger than ever." No one knew what had brought the couple back together. Cameron Douglas, Michael's son, was released from prison after 7 years and became a father, making Michael and Katherine grandparents for the first time. It was a relief after years of fearing the worst when he finally saw his son rebuild his life. Just as life seemed to have settled, Michael Douglas was accused of sexual harassment by a former employee. False, the case never proceeded, but the controversy left a dent in his public image. Still, Katherine and Michael weathered the storm together, proving once again that their marriage could withstand even the harshest challenges. By 2020, their daughter Karis graduated high school and prepared for college, entering the bittersweet stage of empty nest parenthood. Anniversary. Promising to travel together after the pandemic, Katherine said they loved exploring new places and had many destinations left to visit as a couple. In an interview, she joked that Michael had too good of a gene pool, making her feel like time had flown by too fast. From dating to celebrating 20 years of marriage with one child in college and another soon to follow, despite their fame, Katherine and proving that the Douglas family's love for the arts was still deeply ingrained. When the pandemic struck, Katherine and Michael initially felt emptiness as their children were away at school, but Dylan and Karis unexpectedly returned home, turning the period of isolation into a cherished time for their family. Katherine felt incredibly happy to have everyone together again and even compared their situation to other families, believing they were. Katherine joked about how people said she looked like an older version of her daughter, but what mattered most to her was how proud she was of Karis, especially after seeing her outstanding academic results. Reflecting on marriage after the storms, Katherine admitted that maintaining a long-term relationship is never easy. She believed that in order to keep love alive, sometimes both partners need their own space. She wants contributions to the arts. This was more than just an honorary title, it was an official recognition of her career. In 1998, she was the most searched actress on Yahoo and one of People magazine's most beautiful people. Katherine left her mark in fashion and business. She became known for her timeless and elegant red carpet style, which brought old Hollywood sophistication to TV. After years spent focusing on her family and business ventures, Katherine Zeta-Jones made a spectacular return in 2022 with her role as Morticia Addams in Wednesday Netflix global sensation. Her portrayal of Morticia was widely praised and introduced her to a new generation business and commercial endorsements, but her radiance extends beyond the screen. She continues to be an ageless fashion icon, staying true to the classic elegant style she has embodied since entering Hollywood. Whether gracing the red carpet or captured in candid moments, Katherine consistently captivates with her sophisticated and timeless wardrobe choices. Cosmetics and home decor. She has earned tens of millions of dollars from endorsement deals with major brands like Visa, Elizabeth Arden, Alfa Romeo, and T-Mobile, bringing her total advertising income to $20 million. With a thriving career and keen business acumen, Katherine and Michael Douglas now live in a $33 million mansion in Spain, enjoying a second honeymoon after their children have grown. When not working, they travel the world and enjoy. Like a lottery ticket, changed her family's fate from a small-town girl in Wales to an immortal icon of Hollywood. She has experienced every shade of glory and loss, but if luck alone were enough, she wouldn't have survived the countless storms, battling illness, family crises, and relentless scandals. It was her talent, resilience, and unwavering determination that kept her standing strong and shining for over 3 decades. Can endure. Katherine proved that you can buy a lottery ticket, but only talent can change destiny. What do you think about Katherine Zeta-Jones's extraordinary journey? Which film, moment, or chapter of her life impressed you most? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Like and subscribe to explore more fascinating stories of Hollywood legends. See you in the next video.